Welcome to Space Age Rabbit. Today I'm going to be talking about the forgotten and short lived shows of 1957. And my only requirement was that these television shows premiered in 1957. So let's jump right in. First up, Harbor Master. Just off the coast of New England was Scott Island, one of those peaceful places where time seemed to slow down. It had been the home to the Scott family for generations, and David Scott was the island's go-to guy. As the harbor master, he handled everything from docking boats to acting as the island's unofficial rescue team and police force. Harbor Master ran for one season, 25 episodes, and initially it aired on CBS on Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern, before jumping networks mid-season to ABC, where it aired as Adventures at Scott Island on Sunday nights at 8:30 p.m.
Tide's coming in, predictable to the minute. You know, you can set your watch by the rise and fall of the tide. Simple, isn't it? Makes me wonder sometime if maybe we don't let things get a little too complicated.
Date with the Angels. Date with the Angels was a comedy starring Betty White as Vicky Angel, a sweet-spirited newlywed trying to settle into married life. Her husband, Gus, played by Bill Williams, was an insurance salesman, and the two of them regularly found themselves in the middle of all sorts of lighthearted misadventures. Date with the Angels ran for one season, 33 episodes, and aired on ABC on Friday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern, before moving to 9:30 on Fridays, and then moving again, and this time to Wednesday nights at 9:30 p.m. The Frank Sinatra Show. In 1957, The Frank Sinatra Show marked Old Blue Eye's second shot at a television series. His first one had aired all the way back in 1950. This new version was supposed to be a blend of variety episodes, dramatic performances starring Sinatra himself, and other drama segments that he would simply introduce. Nelson Riddle came on board to lead the orchestra for the variety portions, which did pretty well with the viewers. But the drama episodes, not so much. And part of that problem was Sinatra's well-known dislike for rehearsals, and the show suffered because of it. The Frank Sinatra Show ran for one season, 32 episodes, and aired on ABC on Friday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern. Up next, The Guy Mitchell Show. Singer Guy Mitchell hosted and starred in this musical variety show that put the spotlight squarely on the music. Unlike other variety shows of the time, which leaned heavily into comedy sketches, this one kept things simple, mostly singing with a bit of friendly banter between Mitchell and his guest stars. Singer Dolores Hawkins was a regular on the show. The Guy Mitchell Show ran for one season, 15 episodes, and aired on ABC on Monday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern.
You love the maple flavor of log cabin.
Delicious.
The rich real maple flavors, why log cabin's the one most people buy. You love the maple flavor of log cabin.
Delicious.
The Big Record. Patty Page was the host of this live musical show, and each episode brought in a mix of performers. Some were chart toppers, and others were hoping to make it big. The music was a mix of old favorites, jazz, and that new thing called rock and roll. The Big Record ran for one season, 35 episodes, and aired on CBS on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern, before moving to 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Up next, The Eve Arden Show. After her big success on Our Miss Brooks, which had wrapped up in 1956, Eve Arden returned to TV in the fall of 1957 with a new series. This time around, she played Liza Hammond, a widowed mom raising twin daughters while juggling life as a writer and lecturer. The family lived with Liza's mother, Nora, played by Frances Bavier. who would later rise to fame as Aunt Bee on The Andy Griffith Show. Nora helped with the kids and kept the household running while Liza worked. Despite Eve Arden's familiar charm, the show never quite reached the popularity of her earlier hit. The Eve Arden Show ran for one season, 26 episodes, and aired on CBS on Tuesday nights at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Panic. Panic was an anthology series where each episode opened with a character suddenly thrown into a physical or emotional crisis. The rest of the story followed how they dealt with it, for better or worse. One week, you might see a family trapped in a house with no way out, and the next, an innocent man mistaken for a criminal. Each episode stood alone, giving viewers a fresh, tense situation to dive into. Panic ran for 2 seasons, 31 episodes, and aired on NBC on Tuesday nights at 8:30 p.m. Up next, Keep It in the Family.
The American Broadcasting Company presents Keep It in the Family. Yes, it's Keep It in the Family with the happiest, scrappiest families in America and starring Bill Nero.
Keep It in the Family was a primetime game show featuring 2 families with 5 members each, who both started with 200 points. The host would show a prize, and from there it turned into a bit of an auction. Both families took turn bidding points for their right to answer questions. Keep It in a Family ran for one season, approximately 17 episodes. I couldn't find the exact number, but it aired on ABC on Saturday nights at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. The Patrice Munsell Show. Opera singer Patrice Munsell, best known for her work with the Metropolitan Opera, took center stage in this live variety show. She was joined each week by the Martins Quartet and the Charles Stanford Orchestra, along with a rotating lineup of guest stars. Patrice did it all, singing everything from pop tunes to Broadway hits to opera, and even jumping into comedy sketches with her guests. Critics praised her voice and her stage presence, and even her wardrobe, but despite her talent, the show didn't last. The Patrice Munsell Show ran for one season, 35 episodes, and aired on ABC on Friday nights at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, before moving to Friday nights at 9:30 p.m. Up next, The Court of Last Resort. The Court of Last Resort was based on a popular true crime column written by Perry Mason creator Earl Stanley Gardner. For years, Gardner used the column to spotlight cases of people who claimed they had been wrongly convicted, teaming up with detectives and legal experts to dig into their stories. The TV show followed a group of 7 attorneys who took on those real-life cases. Episodes dramatized their investigations, and the actual members of the court often appeared at the end to reflect on the case. The Court of Last Resort ran for one season, 26 episodes, and aired on NBC on Friday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern. The series would go on to air in reruns on the ABC network until 1960. The Giselle Mackenzie Show. Each week, Giselle Mackenzie sang, danced, and acted. A Variety review called her a slick performer equally capable with gab or song. And her work on this variety show even earned her Best New Star on Television from TV Radio Mirror magazine in 1958. But despite the praise, the show only stuck around for one season. The Giselle Mackenzie Show ran for one season, 27 episodes, and aired on NBC on Friday nights at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. So that's the list for today. Did any of these catch your attention? There are actually quite a few that I found interesting. I definitely would have watched the Frank Sinatra show, and I've always liked Eve Arden. But now I want to hear from you. What would you have watched? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like this sort of content, please subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.
Susie Q, what's cooking with you?
Your teeth look whiter than new.
My teeth aren't new, but my toothpaste is new Pepsodent. Get with it, kids. New package, new flavor, new formula, too. Means brighter smiles for me and you.
You'll wonder where the yellow went when you brush your teeth with Pepsodent.